This is your Sports Garden Network update.
Tom Barton here, Sports Garden Network with Young Holy. I love it. It is it's Evan Holyfield. I like the T-shirt too, and I wanted to start off with that because I was talking to Bert. Bert said it's for a good cause. Tell me about the cause.
I have a 2-year-old nephew, and he's battling brain cancer right now. He has a tumor in his brain, and it's real, aggressive. So I dedicated this fight to my nephew. So the whole reason why these shirts are this color because he actually likes Goku and stuff. So I have my robe and everything is just, coordinated with that. So
I got to tell you, my first question was going to be, tell me about the man that you are and tell me a little bit about you. I think that says a lot about what that is, but I still want to ask it. Tell me about Evan the man. Who are you behind it? What do people have to know about you?
First off, my name is Evan. First name is actually Eleazar. It's a mouthful. That's why we use Evan. Yeah. And, I'm just chill. I be cooling. You see, we're in the gym. This is where I normally stay all day. And I'm not too much of a serious guy. I don't ever be, doing the most. But this is what I love, and this is what I do. It's part of my everyday routine. And I understand it's strictly for me because, if I miss a practice, I feel just a little self-conviction upon myself. So, this is really just part of my everyday life.
Self-driven gym rat. That's about it? How about Evan the fighter? What do we need to know about you as the fighter? Now, we did talk to Bert. He said, we're going to see the real Evan. And that kind of perked my interest because who is the real Evan?
I feel like the real Evan, I got a pretty big toolbox on me. You can call me Bob the Builder sometimes. I got the tools for anything. If somebody wants to fight, I can box them. If somebody wants to box me, I can fight them. I'm pretty versatile. I'm gonna do it to get what the job is done.
So going over some of your fights, the first one didn't last very long. The last one lasted a little bit longer than I think you would have liked. Your young career, but you're learning from each one. We're talking about the jab. Okay, that's all I've heard in this gym all day today is that the jab's being worked on. Is it a specific thing that you're working on between every single fight? Is something that you're going back, you're watching tape, and you're going, you know what, that's what I need to go with?
I feel like you look at a fight and you see the little holes that in your game, and if you're not really working on to what to improve, then you're not really working on to being a better fighter. So that's the way I look on it. So I feel like my shortcomings so far has been a little bit on my jab. So I plan on boxing a little bit more and setting things up.
Are you comfortable fighting at the weight that you're at right now? It's 152, right? Am I correct? And are you comfortable there? Is it something that down the road you're going, I want to bulk up a little bit more, move on up, or you want to stay here and just kind of dominate here?
It's whatever. I know I'm only 23 years old, and I'm a growing young man. So if it's put it straight on my body, so be it. And what's boxing called? This hit don't get hit, so that can happen at any size. So when I was amateur, I fought at 165, but I only weighed 158 pounds. So I'm used to fighting the bigger boys. It wouldn't be my first time doing that. So at the end of the day, the sky's the limit.
Stylistic-wise, who's the guy that you're most like? I know everyone's going to go, oh, it's your dad, right? But being such a weight difference, I'd be hard-pressed to say that it probably wouldn't be your dad. Who's somebody that stylistic-wise we could look at?
That's a rough question to ask me because I don't always get to just look at myself. I wish I could, but I feel like I'm a blending pot of a lot of styles that I've watched on normally my everyday. Like I watch fighters like Manny Pacquiao. Of course, I watch my dad. I like Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. So you could put all that and throw it in the blender. Hit blend, and you may see a little bit all of it.
Again, that's the Bob Builder right there, right? How has COVID affected your workout schedule, your life just overall? Is it something that, hey, you're kind of secluded from it because you're in the safety of a gym?
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of secluded by it because I'm in the safety of the gym because this is really pretty much the only place I be. I'm around the same people all the time. And at this gym, they have the little safety precautions. You go right there, they check your temperature, make sure you're all good before you come in. And you really pretty much just see the same faces in here all the time. So it's not really too many people who's just coming here out of nowhere.
You know, I know that there's been some talk about, and your dad brought it up, and I know you've done some interviews where you might be the undercard, right? Which is got to be just an awesome thrill, but doesn't it add a little bit more pressure, or you don't feel that pressure?
I don't really feel that pressure. You know, especially for my first fight, I fought on the pay-per-view card, so yeah, it is what it is. You know, the pressure kind of will make the person.
Yeah, I completely agree, and that's a good way to look at it. People think about it, and you go, wait a minute, he's going to be there. It's a big jump up. Not really, not for somebody like you. Speaking of the Tyson fight and the potential Tyson fight, you made some headlines just a little while ago, you know, saying, you know, he's going to beat Tyson, right? Your dad's going to beat Tyson. So I'm not going to ask you that. What I'm going to tell you is that on the betting line, the pre-advanced offshore betting line, your dad would be a 3-1 underdog. What do you have to say to people that think that?
He was underdog the first time, and we seen what happened. So, hey, it's not my money to be lost.
I love it. Thank you very much, man.
This has been a presentation of the Sports Garden Network. To be part of the show, call 1-855-4-GARTEN. That's 1-855-442-7386. Connect with us on Facebook and Twitter at Sports Garden. That's GARTEN. Get all your credible sports intelligence 24 hours a day by visiting us at sportsgarden.com.